I'm only allowed to have 3 to 4%.
You never have a problem with commission.
You shouldn't. I've taught you well.
You know, I guess when you don't,
Right, make it an issue.
you know you're going to get it all.
I had the question raised to me the other day, how do you even have, I did 3 to 5 seminars a week. And somebody really did raise the question yesterday, how do you actually have it in you to go back out there and talk to agents again? I mean, I really, for people who know me, and there's a lot of people here who know me, I really melted down about 6 months ago. I mean, I was like literally like a fudgesicle on a sidewalk melted down. I had a full tilt, nervous, melted on the street breakdown on the subject. I was toast. Now I've rebuilt myself back up. I have better people skills. I've been going to Disneyland weekly with my daughter, working on my patients. Went with Steve Guzman recently. That was a lot of fun. I'm a better person. I've worked on developing better skills, interpersonal skills. I'm a better friend. I think I can have a healthier relationship if I ever get a chance at one again. I'm really excited about my life at this moment. For those who read my blog, they're like, yeah, you're actually going in the right direction. What would possess you ever to want to go talk to 50 to 100 agents 3 to 5 times a week? Because the number one thing they're going to say is, well, I only get 5% and 4%. I just cut my deal the minute I submit it so that I can make it faster. Wow. Wow. I don't even have a response anymore. I've decided that I'm just automatically going to look at somebody and go, wow, how's that working for you? I mean, seriously. I mean, I don't have a problem giving up the deal to help my homeowner and to make the deal a better place. Okay, that's our goal, right? That's what we're all about. We're here to help our people and to make this all a better world. At the end of the day, when you boil this down, close the deal, get more deals, you make more money. Stop being helpful to the bank is kind of my thing on this. They don't need any help. There's 20% equity on a file at fair market value. From the point of fair market value to the lowest number the bank will take, there's 20%. I can't seem to excite the investors to want a piece of it, except John and his group. We're close, right? We're on the verge of like blowing it up big time and doing it my way. They want an engine bad. I think Darren's right there. I think he's like on the verge of. He wants that $10,000 deal that I did on the $33 marketing trick to go, and then it's going to blow up.
Let me tell you, you worked hard to straighten yourself out, and I worked hard to straighten out that bow-legged kid.
I can't wait. I can't wait to go in there and build that engine. 20% equity! Why would you give them your commission on top of it and give them 22, 23, 24, 25, 30% of the equity back? Oh my God. You're giving them more equity. Thank you. That's my whole pitch. So stop giving them. I know you want to cut your commission and you want to just stop. Okay, they'll pay. I promise them. Right? If it's a Freddie or Fannie deal, you get an automatic 6%. Go run the loan number on their website. Find out. You get an automatic 6%. The simple stuff. Lee, why would you want to go do this 3 to 5 times a week? This is actually a really good presentation. Actually, I think I can actually explain short sales now. I don't have to tell people about short sales. I can teach them. I think. What method will the banks use to determine fair market value? Okay, this is a trick question, so I'm going to teach it to you. We know fundamentally that they're going to lie about the value. What method will the bank use historically? They will use the BPO. They will more than likely balance it with an AVM because those are free for them. But they will use anything and say anything to make you believe it's a higher value. And that's the point of this exercise. Okay? I cannot stress it enough. It is very, 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 very important that you understand that the number one lie that is not in your file, that cannot be stopped by a bank, and you should expect it from the beginning, is going to be on the value. It is the easiest way to get more money on the file. And in a remarkable twist to the market, there are agents who will go back to the buyer and get more money to close the deal in a down economy with lowering property values. A buyer's agent will then go back to the buyer and get more money because the bank said it was higher. How in the hell does that work? I mean, how does that fundamentally work? How do you go back to somebody on declining value and go, hey, I need 10,000 more because the bank said it was a higher value? Well, since we have a fiduciary responsibility to the bank and they are a principal now in the transaction, thanks to NAR, the DRE, I loved everybody who rolled their eyes, and I hope you watching rolled your eyes at that moment and enjoyed the cynicism that just dripped off my lips at that moment, because that's what we've done. That's where we're at. Now, is that the truth, or is that me just telling you because I like hearing myself? I do like hearing myself. I don't think there's a problem saying that.
No.
It's the truth. And that's how this market plays out. And who's getting hurt? Your homeowners. Now they're scared. Okay? Because this has all gone sideways. Because a bank is now giving a perception of, we'd rather just foreclose. It's positioning. So, banking philosophy is very simple. It is first loss, best loss. Maximize return all the time. First thing they will use is a value slope curve. They will figure out based on depreciation. In fact, they will create brand new loans based on the depreciation of the market. I have seen it. I know it. It's there. Okay? Once I know the fair market value, then it's just simple math. Okay? It is called a minimum acceptable net proceeds. Does anybody know where that terminology comes from? I hate to look really official here. I'm apparently the only one who did research on the HAFA program for the United States, and I did it in a psychotic manner that I can only compare to, did you see A Beautiful Mind when he's got believing that all the voices are there and the ropes and the string and the connecting the JFK assassination? I've connected the JFK assassination to HAFA. I'm sure of it. It's in there. I spent 3 hours in a coffee bean in the valley drinking way too much coffee, getting way too jacked up, and going through all this stuff. Crazy. I went through it time after time. This is the term that comes up the most. Would anybody like to know what a minimum acceptable net proceed is? It is the lowest possible dollar the bank will take short sale versus foreclosure. And how do they do it? What's the better deal, short sale or foreclosure? It's in HAPA. It's in everything. But Lee, that seems counterproductive. Couldn't they just take an online system like, say, Equator and add a desktop approval system so that they could just tell us what the numbers are and we'd have faster short sales? Yes, they could. But they wouldn't make as much money if they did it that way, would they? Because that little happy-go-lucky real estate agent who's got his fired-up education from the DRE or NAR out in Minnesota wants to call up the bank and give him all of his commission and give his client to give up an unsecured note and believe that the value is 3 times what it should be. Now, am I just saying that to be right? Or is that the truth? You all negotiate. That's the truth. It is the agent who will take a point less. It is the agent who rolls over. It is the agent who just repeatedly says to the bank, thank goodness I'm a short sale expert. But darn if my client doesn't have to take an unsecured note at the end of the transaction. What? I don't believe in unsecured notes. I don't believe in deficiencies. I don't live in that universe. That's letting the bank win. You don't win a partial pot in poker, do you? Split? Yeah, there's occasionally a split, yeah. Guess there is. Didn't see that analogy coming. I'm a poker player. It's the whole thing. How does the bank do it? This is how they do it. I am now showing you 5 very famous calculators. These are net sheets from 5 different banks. Wow, that went really fast. I got to remember there's no back button. 1, 2, there's 4 of them. 3, I didn't bring my IndyMac one. There's 4, Wells, Chase, B of A, and I believe Saxon. I've got them all. I know what they do. I know how they think. I like going to the shark exhibit at SeaWorld. I'm staying at the Gold Nugget. I like going down the water slide and looking at the shark. You know why? I'm not in the damn shark pool with them. I own a mitigation company downstairs. You know what? I'm not in the shark pool either. I hire somebody to swim with the sharks. She just asks me questions all the time. Why? I know what the numbers are. Do you see me having the patience for somebody lying to me? No, not at all. My clients are more important than that. My clients deserve to have somebody like Diana run their files, who's going to be calm and patient and understanding with a low-level, I'll say it, this is old school, dung-flinging monkey processor who's going to lie and manipulate 100 people in that given day. And that's what they are. They're liars. They're manipulators. Because they only do 2 things. They lend money and they collect money. And when a shark is collecting, it collects. What I find amazing, still, people who join designations or they join programs. Well, I'm joining because they have such a good connection with Wells, Chase, and B of A. They like to bring in people from Wells, Chase, and B of A weekly or monthly. Every person I've ever talked to has never seen anybody from Wells Chase or B of A whip out one of these sheets. Never. It has never happened besides me. I am really surprised nobody with a baseball bat has been waiting for me in the parking lot after one of my seminars. Now I got all of them up on the screen. This is what their stuff looks like. They take a spreadsheet, you are a number. You are factual, hard credit, physical numbers to them. This is what you're doing, this is how much we're making, this is how much we're squeezing, right down to every penny on the deal. They know exactly what they're taking from you. Oh, I don't know, the investor said this, the investor said that. Wow. Would you like to know that they're sitting in a break room laughing at you? That's the truth. Want to know why I know? Because I know I have. I've read hardship letters, and I've read them in voices, and I've laughed. We used to sit around once a week, and I'd pull out my 5 favorite hardship letters and read them in staff meetings. And people thought they were real hardship letters. They're a joke. Look, line 3, they told me they had a $500,000 401k. Yay. I want a short sale. No crap. Go borrow against your 401k and I'll do the deal. Simple. Make it simple. Make them work for it. I mean, if you're going to have a fiduciary responsibility to the bank, at least make them work for it a little bit, okay? But this is exactly how they do it. How bad is it? Standard agent watching this right now who's probably hating me at this exact moment. There's not going to be anybody in this room, but this is exactly how it plays out, and it's happening right now, today, at this moment. Oh, hey, we just got the results back on your file. We spoke to the investor, and based on the Freddie Fannie guidelines, we got our BPO back in. We'll need $10,000 more from the buyer. We've reviewed the investor guidelines. They only pay 2% because you have both ends of the deal. And after further review with the investor and review of your file, we'll need a deficiency and an unsecured note for the remaining balance, because if you don't do it, we'll just foreclose. Have a nice day. Click. Tell me that's not a I'm all in move by the bank. I bluff. Boom, kick it all in. Because what's the threat? You've got somebody making 12 bucks an hour, holding you by the short hairs, telling you how it's going to be, and if you don't do it, you're not getting the deal. Do they think you're going to give up all 3? No. Now they're down to just asking for one thing. They used to ask for all 3. Am I the only one who remembers the history of this market? They would consistently ask for all 3 items. The 3 places you could take money, they'd ask for them at the beginning. That was too complicated for agents. They've now just knocked it down to 1 or 2 things. I want the deficiency, and the value came back, and it's really high. So we want more from the buyer or the seller or somebody. They don't even try the crap guideline thing anymore. That was just too much for them. I mean, they've really simplified and directed the just do this or we'll foreclose, which takes us back to the do the banks really want to foreclose? Short sales have not changed in 4 years. They haven't changed in close to, and we were talking about this yesterday, I don't think short sales have changed in 5 million years. Or how long has man been on the planet? If I ask the religious people, they'll tell me it's 100 years or something. I don't know when we were all zapped onto the planet. And I'm not making fun of you. I just don't know. But theoretically, there were cavemen trading rocks somewhere in a cave because this rock was shinier. And then somebody traded it to the next person, and he sold that rock for less rock. That was a short sale. That negotiation has been going on since the inception of human beings, whether or not you're religious or you believe in creationism. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. From that point forward, that is the way trading and negotiating has gone on. That's all this is. This is somebody way out of position, and they've got it. If you want the hold 'em turn, they're in position. So they'd be on the button. That's the spot to be, right?
Yeah.
You want to be on the button?
Butts, place
That's
to be,
right.
yeah.
I wait for your move, and I wait for the button. I get to call, I get to raise. You are out of position. I can do whatever I want. You submitted the deal to me. You anteed up. I waited to see what you had. Everybody positioned themselves. Guess what? I raise. I'm all in. Call my bluff. That's what they do. Now, what do you have to combat all this? How do you stop this? What is the turn on this? What is the I call? Well, it used to be something called escalation. You just call the bluff and show them their numbers and call it a day. And I taught it to everybody. The problem is I taught it to 50,000 agents who blocked it to 2 of their friends, and the 2 of their friends sent it to 2 friends, and so on and so on and so on.